My name is Jackson Kwichiriza, an African child who was born deep in the village. I'm a family man, have a wife and children. I now head the Association of Microfinance Institutions in Rwanda. It's an institution called AMIR. I'm a graduate. I've done my first degree from Makerere University, Bachelor of Arts Education. I have an MBA in management, as well as other professional courses, including PMP. I'm a Christian. As you have seen, this book is called Blessing in Disguise, but below you find challenges turned into opportunities. I just wanted to try and simplify it. So this book is about the life of an African child, but my personal life and the life of my family. It's a book that talks about what I have gone through from the time I was born until the year of 2024. So there is no story about 2025. It's a book that mainly touches 4 main areas. It highlights about the family where I was born, a very, very poor family that did not have anything written in their name. They only survived by the mercy of their relatives and friends around. I'm talking about my personal life, especially the life of disability, visual impairment. At the age of 5, I had an accident in my right eye, and in just a twinkle of an eye, I lost the sight of my eye. So we were going with the children that we were staying with. We were escorting our cows to the well, Lake Kachera. So we are going to spray the cows. So me and my cousin, so we're behind the cows. And if you have ever been to the village, in the rural area, you just walk in those small channels, and then you keep escaping the thorns, yes. So he used the stick to dodge the thorns, and then when he passed, he just let the thorn take its direction. So immediately it landed in the right eye. So that's how the story ended with me. I fell down. What followed? I found myself in Mulago Hospital. In this book, I thank my parents to have taken me to Mulago Hospital. For all the financial constraints, probably that's how they opened my chances to be able to go to Makerere University. You never know. So I found myself in a Mulago Hospital. So it was a thorn accident. They tried the way they could, but because of the financial constraints, probably, or because of God's, I don't know, plan, they could not go beyond that. And that's how I ended up losing the sight of my eye. So I think it was around 1987, because I was 5 years. That's when I had that accident. And then eventually had a permanent damage in my eye. And I don't blame my parents, because I'm always satisfied by my parents taking me to Mulago, because Mulago by then was, even I think even today, the best referral hospital in Uganda. So if they managed to take me to Mulago, indeed they did what they could to be able to save my eye, but it could not work out. I have to thank God for that, because the inner drive, as a result of stigma and bullying from my peers, instead brought a different mindset in me. Instead of bringing a negative mindset, instead it instigated serious drive in me. Because growing up, you can't know if you have not gone through this. The whole primary kids, they say whatever they want. They give you names. And remember when you kids, young people, teenagers, you are stubborn. And you will be stubborn regardless of your physical appearance. So if you fight, then the only thing they will tell you, look at him. And then you feel something inside you. I thank God that what came in me was this serious drive to prove everyone wrong, that disability does not mean inability. I just want to tell you that I made a commitment that from now until no one in class will ever beat me because of my eye. I will never complain. I will always work and compete with the able-bodied kids until they know that I'm capable of achieving my goal. That's when a drive came in, said I will always walk 20 kilometers per day, but there is no way I can survive in this community if I am not educated. It's only education that will save me from this, because I can be able to drive my car, I can be able probably to go to a hospital and probably change my eye, I can be able to buy glasses, I can be able to do whatever I want, other than remaining here in this community that will bully me until the end of my life. So that's when the drive came now. So throughout the education career, if all the levels, I'm always among the best. I will never forget when one of the local newspaper published the names of students who passed very well national exam senior 6, my name was there. And I carried this paper to the village to show them that I passed. That's what happened when I joined Makerere University. So that gave me drive that I will always work hard and prove everyone wrong. In other words, it always gave me drive to move forward. The other thing is, probably if I had not, if I didn't get this accident and become vision impaired, probably I was going to be stubborn like other kids. But this disciplined me to the extent that I avoid making mistakes in here. So that gave me serious discipline to always be focus on whatever I'm doing and avoid those because it will affect me. The other thing is that I had to maximize discipline, because now if other kids have 2 eyes and you're using only 1 eye, in case it gets a problem, where will you end? So all those questions now shaped my life, shaped my career, kept me moving. I have never been in a situation of a second chance in my academic career. I was always on sport. And that has been the drive. So the book highlights about that visual impairment at an early age and growing up with stigma from my peers. More importantly, I refer to a situation when my maternal uncles decided to take our family, a family of 10 people, including my mom, and take care of them for 4 years. When I grew up with stigma from my peers and poverty and financial constraints and the like, I didn't know that at a point I would have a turnaround in my life. So what I used to consider as a problem, that is visual impairment, eventually acted as a bridge or a key that opened the door to one of the prestigious universities in Africa, Makerere University. I found myself at Makerere because of the visual impairment, where the affirmative action, it's a program, supported me to join the university. Yes, I had passed, but I had not qualified to enter direct on government scholarship as per the requirement. When I entered the university and as time went by, I realized that what used to challenge me with my peers was indeed going to be the key to join one of the prestigious universities in Africa. So literally, that's what I discuss about this book. But of course, I go ahead and discuss eventually what happened after I graduated, re-establishing my family, my own family, starting to work, traveling the whole world. I've been to different parts of this world, and eventually becoming one of the CEOs in a credible organization in this country. And in this book, I talk about my mom quite often, and traveled to Kigali because she realized there was a cousin here in Kigali. You know that person is a prominent figure. It's called Honorable Muzei Tito Taremara. a cousin to my mom. They had last met when they were in primary, but she heard that he was in Kigali. So she took a taxi, came to Kigali and located her cousin. So explained everything going with the son, and the man generously accepted to sponsor my senior 5 and senior 6. That's how I went back to Alliance School to do my senior 5 and senior 6, 2002, 2000 and 2001. And that's now a turning point came when the university and the government of Uganda, through affirmative action, gave me a scholarship to join Makerere University. In this book, I highlight, you will read the first paragraph where I talk about work hard until it pains, pray without ceasing, and always embrace gratitude. I decided to go with education because I did not want to be unemployed even a single day. I wanted to do a course that will employ me immediately after graduating, and that was education. So I said, considering my family background, the financial constraints we are going through, remember I had siblings, 8 of them. So I said, let me go with a Bachelor of Arts education. I will never fail to get a school to teach. So whatever you will get, that will help me and my family to establish. That's how I ended doing Bachelor of Arts education. And to tell you what, I have never been unemployed in my life, because I started working even before graduation, teaching in Uganda. And when I came here, immediately after 1 month in Rwanda here, I started teaching in schools, officially with all my papers. Coming back to Rwanda to start working is 2007, December 27th. That's when I crossed Kagitumba border with my papers. So I started teaching first term in Feb. Started teaching Kabuga High School. I think I also highlight about youth and how you can start working. What do you expect to be paid? So that's how I started working at Kabuga High School. From Makerere University to Kabuga High School. Those who know Kabuga High School, they know. So if I had not joined Kabuga High School, I don't think they should have seen my potential and recommend me to other schools. Because in 1 year, I had also joined the Riviera High School. All these are schools that I taught. So I encourage youth never to underline any offer. Go there, show what you can do, then you will see promotion as time goes by. And of course, you never know. You can network with your colleagues, and then that will open doors for you. It's very important to give what you can give and live with people peacefully, because you don't know who will open the door for you. So social capital is very important, that you have a talent, you have some resources, and you have time. Because those 3 things are what makes you what you want to be. How you invest your time, your energy, and resources. So you need to give part of that in standing with people. Part of your time, part of your energy, and part of your resources, so that you can build that relationship with people. Because that eventually is likely to transition into what you want. Social capital is very important. That's why I said always embrace gratitude. Always appreciate people that have supported you. You never know the doors that will open later. Nevertheless, I need to put a disclaimer there. Whereas you work on the social part, you need to be mindful of what you are doing vis-a-vis your principles, values, and norms. Don't compromise your principles. Don't compromise your values, your ethics and values, because you want to appease someone. Please be intentional, be mindful of what you want to achieve, whereas you are standing with other people. The life I went through nurtured me to be a hustler and never to give up on anything. So I can make my life the way I want, and I can achieve whatever I want. Yeah, so I've already uploaded at Amazon, Kindle, and other online bookstores. So once they go there and log in, put Blessing in Disguise, and my name, they can get the online books. But also they can call my number. I can distribute. I have a team that is distributing copies, and it is just 20,000 Rwanda francs.